Is the cost of your weekly food shop getting out of hand? According to OnePoll research, the average UK household is now spending nearly £119 a week on groceries. That's more than £6,000 a year. In fact, since 2024, the average food bill has jumped up a staggering 23%. Now, the government is reportedly stepping in. According to reports, the Treasury has asked supermarkets to limit food prices in return for the lifting of some regulations. The proposals would see shops voluntarily cap the prices of essential groceries, such as eggs, bread, and milk, according to the Financial Times. The newspaper said the Treasury has claimed in return it would offer supermarkets incentives, which may include easing packaging policies and delaying potentially costly changes to healthy food rules. The Independent spoke to shoppers to hear their thoughts on a potential food price cap.
I don't think the supermarkets would agree to it. It would be too rigid and not flexible enough for them. But the idea in principle is probably quite helpful. But I think the supermarkets will probably think too much about their profit margins to agree to it.
I think it's a pretty bad idea. I think that the supermarkets might make some profit sometime, but most of the time they're struggling. So I think it's wrong to penalise the supermarkets. I have noticed that when I go into a shop to buy something, I do come back and say I can't believe that tomato costs £2. So it is noticeable, and it's difficult, it's tricky.
It's kind of an indirect way of helping, and it's sort of, I guess, someone's got to decide what's essential, which is policing what people eat a bit.
If supermarkets are potentially selling these goods at a loss, they will want to make up the shortfall elsewhere, and they'll probably put prices up on other goods. I don't think recently it's anything to do with price gouging or profiteering from the supermarkets. But yes, our household shop has increased massively in the last few years, and it hurts. It's noticeable.
I think everybody should have a right to be able to afford to eat in this country. We're not at we're at a point where people are struggling to even feed themselves, and that shouldn't be happening in the UK. You suddenly see something, one week it's like £1.20, then the next week you go back it's £1.40. So you are seeing, I'm seeing that my pound doesn't go as far as it used to do, say 3 or 4 months ago.
But why are prices higher in the first place? Supply chains are being hit hard by the rising national living wage and higher national insurance contributions. On top of that, the war in Iran has caused fertilizer and animal feed prices to surge. But retailers are pushing back. Supermarkets representative BRC warned the new policies would force retailers to sell goods at a loss, while one UK retailer labelled the government's plan crazy and desperate. Treasury Minister Dan Tomlinson rejected the reports, telling Sky News this isn't something we're looking at, and saying you have to talk to the supermarkets about that. The Treasury has reiterated its priority is to help keep costs down for families, saying they're looking across the economy at the different ways they can help households. But with backlash from UK supermarkets and uncertainty from the government, it's unclear whether these price caps will make a difference to the future of the food shop or if they'll exist at all.